What is going on, guys? My name is Tubby Emu. This WrestleMania 33 review video is going to be a little shorter than I wanted to because it has been 7+ hours of WrestleMania with the pre-show and then the full show running an hour late. It's been a long night, so let's get right into it. The big thing I'm going to start off the video with is the Undertaker, in fact, has retired. It seems like he's taken off the gloves. To be fair, John Cena took off the wristbands at SummerSlam, and look how that turned out. But I'm just going to say here, thank you, Undertaker. Now, a lot of people are still upset the fact that Roman Reigns won, the fact that Roman Reigns is now the guy. It's his yard. Taker lost, but at the same time, I saw a lot of people talking about how, Taker just didn't seem like he had it this year, and it seems like a good year to go out on. As one of the bigger John Cena fans, I would have loved to see John Cena versus The Undertaker or Sting versus The Undertaker. Still a dream match. But when it comes down to it, Roman Reigns, whether you like him, you hate him, you respect him, you despise him, he's here for the long haul. And at least for right now. So as much as you're going to be pissed off, just look at it from the long term that Roman Reigns is their guy. And, as much as you want to get pissed right now, I know there's so many people that are like, that was my childhood. Getting buried by Roman Reigns, and you're seething, you're foaming at the mouth, you're just losing it. The fact that Roman Reigns is main evented 3 years in a row while CM Punk couldn't even ever get a main event. The thing I want you to keep in mind is, one, wrestling is obviously scripted. Two, I definitely don't think Taker would have ever done this had he not been okay with it. And you could almost see him start to tear up at the end. I have to say, out of everything on WrestleMania card, it was looking great up until this happened. Now, we're going to break down all the other matches. I actually predicted quite a bit right, to be honest with you. I think if I look at it, have nearly almost a perfect card based on what I predicted. So let's go down the rest of the matches. So with The Undertaker retiring, I'll probably make a follow-up video talking about it in depth more. But let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Seeing him this year, if he would have won it and if he would have beat Roman Reigns, would you have wanted to see him next year? Let's be truthful and honest here. So Neville versus Austin Aries. I had said that using Austin Aries to help get Neville over more. Neville as, the bad guy ever since he's turned. Austin Aries was great to try to challenge him coming from the announcer's desk, but in the end, Neville won, and I thought it was a good way to do it. I'll be honest with you. Then we had, I'll be honest, this is a surprise. This is the first thing I think I ever tweeted out was about Mojo Rawley in the Battle Royale as #1, and I said that stood out. But he won last by eliminating Jinder Mahal. Rob Gronkowski got involved in probably one of my favorite things of the whole pay-per-view is when the security guard, nobody told the security guard kayfabe that Rob Gronkowski be jumping the barricade, and she just came barreling over to try to stop Rob Gronkowski, just screaming at him. And like the referees and the crew had to like pull her off and be like, no, it's part of the show, man. So I like the fact that Mojo Rawley won. I still would have liked Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn did eliminate Braun Strowman with the whole group, though. And that's big. The fact that Sami Zayn was in on it, I think the next pay-per-view is Payback. Maybe he tries to, maybe he gets involved. Then we had Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin. Again, not a bad match. Dean Ambrose is going to retain his title. And tonight, the Shield dominated. You had Dean Ambrose win retain the Intercontinental Championship. You had Seth Rollins slay Triple H. And then last but not least, you had Roman Reigns take down The Undertaker, which is huge. Mike is gimmicking more than the audio for the pre-show was for me. Then you had AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. Now, again, some people are going to say there was still a better opponent, but when it came down to it, Shane McMahon, AJ Styles put on one hell of a match, 20+ minutes, and I really dug this match. I thought this was a very good way to start off the show. I thought, in all honesty, this exceeded my expectations on a whole nother level. Shane McMahon can definitely go. And for anybody still complaining, just shut the hell up at this point. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a dick, but they proved. Now, AJ Styles should be able to challenge Randy Orton, and then he should get traded to Raw. I'm just saying, fantasy predictions. Then we had Kevin Owens taking on Chris Jericho again. Kevin Owens is your new United States champion, and we'll talk more about this in depth later, but obviously Chris Jericho is going to tour with Fozzy. I did kind of throw out the speculation. This is the one where I got wrong, because I had said, I knew Kevin Owens was going to win, but in my heart I wanted Kevin Owens to still be reeling. Like, he lost his title to Goldberg, then he would lose to Chris Jericho at WrestleMania, and then he's in a downward spiral and he'd have to figure stuff out. But in the end, he did beat Chris Jericho for the United States title. Chris Jericho can go over and tour with Fozzy now. Then we had the elimination match for the women's championship. Now, in this match, the whole purpose is everybody teamed up to first eliminate Nia Jax, which was very smart. Just like in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, I know a lot of people are pissed the fact that Braun and Big Show got eliminated right away. I wouldn't read too much into that. But what I would say is the fact that the way the match went down and Bayley ended up getting the victory and retaining is wonderful. If you look back at the history, she was the one that missed WrestleMania. She's the one that missed it. And then now she's the one that's coming out on top, retaining. So Bayley, kudos to you. I'm still kind of hoping for the heel turn and ultimately leading to something, but it's not going to happen. Then the big surprise, as the triple threat match was going to happen, the New Day's music hit, and we do in fact have the Hardy Boys back in WWE, and they are your new WWE Raw Tag Team Champions. So big pop for the Hardy Boys. I was so happy. I didn't get to watch the ROH match the other day because I was at my buddy's party. I actually missed NXT Live too. So huge kudos to the Hardys. Like, I mean this genuinely. American Alpha, and I've said this story a lot of times, but when I went to Heavy on Wrestling with Chaz Betts before he became Chad Gable, Matt Hardy was there, and he was in the main event, and it was a huge letdown. He didn't seem like Hardy. And then looking at all the hard work he's done, everything he's done on TNA and Impact Wrestling up to this point, basically reinvigorating both of their career. From the bottom of like my heart, like, thank you to the Hardy Boys for making me pop and giving a moment that I won't forget, because it really was big. Then you had John Cena and Nikki Bella taking on Miz and Maurice, which Miz looked fantastic in this match. I'm not going to take anything away from him. I know people are going to say it was cheesy for John Cena to win, and then John Cena would go on to propose to Nikki Bella, and she would say yes. So it's one of those things that, yes, it is kind of cheesy, but Miz did look good. I actually like that side of Miz. I'm not going to lie. And congratulations to John Cena and Nikki Bella for their engagement, eventually to be married. Then we had Seth Rollins taking on Triple H, which the first thing I want to say is it's a hold harmless agreement. It's a non-sanctioned match, and I get the whole point of the torch, but why didn't he bring the torch down to the ring to use it to beat on Triple H? That's the only thing I'm going to say. It's kind of like, I wish they would have done that. But other than that, I thought it was good. Triple H, definitely, the ending came down to Seth Rollins and Triple H. Now, they were going for a lot of reversals, trying to hit the pedigree, see who could do it. And in the end, Triple H went running at Seth Rollins. There was a table set up probably about a third of the way into the match that was on the outside. Stephanie would stand on the apron. Triple H would almost run into her. He would stop and save himself, but turn around into super kick. Triple H would go flying into Stephanie McMahon. He would ultimately just like get pissed, turn around into the pedigree, and Seth Rollins would, in fact, slay the king. As a distraction, I'm just going to say that, because right after that was a match that a lot of people are really pissed about. They're pissed that Bray Wyatt, after years of losing, can't even win at WrestleMania. And I said this, and I predicted this was going to happen. I said Randy Orton, first of all, getting paid back for his book, and my book will come out later and explain all this, getting paid back a favor, and there's still more for Bray Wyatt to do. There's still a lot more as he withdraws from the family, and you see where things are headed. You want to keep in mind that this isn't the end for Bray Wyatt. This is, I know a lot of people are really pissed off right now, but when I predicted this would happen, some people were like, yeah, shut the fuck up. It's not going to happen. Bray Wyatt's going to retain, and a lot of people are saying, well, he should have retained, he should have retained, he should have retained. Just wait, just see what happens, man, because if nothing comes from Bray Wyatt losing to Randy Orton, then you can get on me, but just wait. Then we had Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, which I'm not going to lie, I didn't hate it. The match went about, 5 minutes, I think, roughly. 10 suplexes it took to keep him down. Multiple spears, the 10 suplexes, and then the F5, and he took Goldberg down. And then I tweeted out, Goldberg just wanted to have a superhero for his kid to see at WrestleMania, and then me was the white blinking guy meme going, white face, the guy that goes, and like, Dad, where was the hero at? So I'll be honest with you here. It exceeded my expectations a little bit. I thought they did it all right. Obviously, I would have liked it to go on longer. And Taker's entrance was actually longer than their whole match. But in the end, like I said, Brock Lesnar's champion. Maybe Finn down the line, Roman Reigns down the line at SummerSlam. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And then last but not least, because we already talked about the main event, was Naomi winning. And I'll say this, and I'll say this again. Naomi having to give up her title because of injury got more fans behind her than in pretty much her whole WWE run ever. And then them coming back to it and her winning the title, besides Eva Marie, because Eva Marie would have been my other option. It was great for Naomi to win. So I have to be honest with you, I was really enjoying the pay-per-view. 5 title changes, right? You had Kevin Owens, you had the Hardys, you had Randy Orton, you had Brock Lesnar, and Naomi. So 5 new champions tonight. That's crazy. And then when it came time for Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker, the place was dead. And I get it, man. I tweeted out, like, what if this was their plan all along, to make Roman Reigns look like the guy, like, Taker can't go anymore, man. That's what you should cheer me for. I was still hoping for the Roman Reigns heel turn, where he would do something to get the victory over him. But then when you think about if it was his last match, everybody had said WWE wouldn't waste Undertaker's last match. They would advertise the shit out of it. Well, they didn't. They gave us the match, and it's over. Think back to your childhood and The Undertaker and everything that he's done, and he's just gone. Like I said, I'll probably make a video later, but I just wanted to give you my results and reactions. I'll be honest with you. I want to touch on this really fast. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. The fact that Bray Wyatt had the crazy ring stuff with the maggots and the worms and everything that's going on. That's what I'm saying. The mind games. He was bringing something out, going to back to that psychological warfare that he had with John Cena. This intensified, but again, it wasn't enough to win. He was using flash in the pan stuff. He was trying to be like Taker. He was trying to do summoning stuff, but in the end, it didn't matter. It didn't work. And hopefully they come back to it later. But that's where I want to wrap it up. I know a lot of people are pissed about no Finn, but hey, guys, just wait. We still have Monday Night Raw tomorrow, and then we have Tuesday Night SmackDown. We'll have to see what Shane McMahon does. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, it's your boy Tubby Emu. Make sure to smack that like button in. I did make a video for Cash Wraps. You want to go check that out. Link in the description. If you use my code, install it, use it, you'll get 20 points. But until next time, it's your boy Tubby Emu. Thank you very much, and we will see you all later.